One vast and immense, interwoven, interacting, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodolars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, marks, rims, rubles, pounds, and cents. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today.
In the future, everyone will read my work. In the future, everyone will search for my text. The smallest scrap of paper will be earnestly pored over. Every tiny step I've ever taken will be duly recorded. It will be necessary to extrapolate some steps. Everyone who's ever known me will testify. Everyone who's ever heard of me will testify. My letters, both paper and email, will be treasured.
We're trapped in linguistic constructs. I believe somebody said that before me. All that is metaphor. I've decided we can't get beyond words. What we got to do is get more cynical about our words. We're trapped in linguistic constructs. I believe somebody said that before me.
Focused on the preservation of success to attain validation. Enneagram Type 3, the achiever people of this personality type need to be validated in order to feel worthy. They pursue success and want to be admired. They are frequently hardworking, competitive, and are highly focused in the pursuit of their goals, whether their goal is to be the most successful salesman in the company or the sexiest woman in their social circle. They are often self-made and usually find some area in which they can excel and thus find the external approbation which they so desperately need. Threes are socially competent, often extroverted, and sometimes charismatic. They know how to present themselves, are self-confident, practical, and driven. Threes have a lot of energy and often seem to embody a kind of zest for life that is.
The further away I am from the human race, the better I feel. Even though I write about the human race, the further away I am from them, the better I feel. 2 inches is great, 2 miles is great, 2,000 miles is beautiful. As long as I'm able to eat. They feed me because I feed them. I don't like to be near them. When somebody even brushes against me with an elbow in a crowd, I react. I do not like the human race. I don't like their heads, I don't like their faces, I don't like their feet, I don't like their conversations, I don't like their hairdos, I don't like their automobiles, I don't like their dogs or their cats or their roads.
Earthquake.
And they back and preparatives. Shut the signal for today. No prescription required. Chief nicotine polymer. We did not say bankruptcy. RUSD. Increase your penis size. So don't let this one pass you. I have time for information available. Discreet online nicotine pharmacy. Businessman 100% body bonus up to $300 free purchase Viagra, diet pills, and other prescriptions with no
Generally speaking, you're free till you're about 4 years old. And then 5 around. So then you go to grammar school, and then you start becoming demented and solved and orientated and shoved into areas. You lose.
Well, I know some people don't like you to talk about those things. I know that. Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid. Did you ever notice that? How many really stupid people you run into during the day? God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. And it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Take you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy. You say, this guy is fucking stupid. Then there are some people that...
This is the day which down on the void abysm at the earthborn spell yawns for heaven's despotism, and conquest is dragged captive through the deep. Love from its awful throne of patient power in the wise heart, from the last giddy hour of dread endurance, from the swift...
You say that God is a hateful God, must be? Because if God is good, then why is there evil in the world? Why is there pain and hate and greed and war? Doesn't make sense. But if God is a nasty bastard, then you can say, why is there good in the world? Why is there love and hope and joy. And let's face it, good exists in order to be fucked up by evil. The very existence of good enables evil to flourish. Therefore,
_Peripheral_, two unique organizational attributes define sponges and have played major roles in Peripheral's success. These two features are the water current channels, or the _aqueduct system and its _cholecyte and the constituent nature of sponge cells. Increases in size and surface area are accomplished by folding of the body wall into a variety of patterns. Furthermore, the variation in the overall shapes of sponges results.
What counter-proposals were alternately advanced, accepted, modified, declined, restated, and
I think the two basic types of music indigenous to this country are the black music, blues, and the kind of folk music that was brought over from Europe, and it was, I guess they call it country music, or the kind of West Virginia high and lonesome sound. Those are the two main streams of root American music.
In bringing before your minds this wonderful ultimate of the purpose of God in the creation of the world and of its inhabitants, man, the most that we can do is to call your attention to certain laws and forces already visible and active among men. The ultimate has had no physical standing in the world. It has existed only in the creative thought, and therefore no language has yet been formed, capable of portraying its realities. As we have briefly stated the methods by which man is to come into the image of God and the likeness of God, we shall now give a brief synopsis of the manner in which the image and the likeness are to be brought into form. Through the regeneration, every member of that great body of the first right fruit of the earth, the 144,000, becomes exceedingly sensitive. In other words, all the life currents and mind powers become intensified, and the sense nature becomes so acute, that each member is conscious of every thought, feeling and emotion of every other member. Even now we find that there are men and women who through evolutionary processes alone, have become so refined and intensified that they are able to know and to read the thoughts of others. Within the last few years many mind readers have been before the public, and some of them have demonstrated to the satisfaction of investigators that they can read the thoughts of persons. When men and women have lived the high and holy life taught by the Christ, which includes regeneration, for he lived a celibate life, conserving all the life generated by the body, then every time
I will never be through your boards, your filth, your deals, your filthy deals. To sell out the unborn forever, to sell out the crabman to insect and to vegetable people. You liars, collaborators, traitors, never will I speak through your filth, your board. Now you say, well, there's been a few mistakes all around that listen to us. No, we will not listen to you. We have had enough of your common bullshit. For the elite. For the elite. You are the elite. For the board. For the initiates. For the birds. For the birds. Con and bullshit. And we have heard enough con and bullshit. Pay it all, pay it all, pay it all back. Play all your reports back. Play them back for all to see all your filthy deals to sell out the unborn. You collaborators, you liars, you traitors. You now will speak to the world.
What thou lovest well remains, the rest is lost. What thou lovest well shall not be reft from thee. What thou lovest well is thy true heritage, whose world, or mine or theirs, or is it of none? First came the scene, then thus the palpable Elysium, though it were in the halls of hell. What thou lovest well, force renegades and defense systems. I live in a world of small networks, defending themselves against digital wars and other attacks. My information is continually stolen and reproduced. The cybernautics are a group of mystics among the virtual adepts, who are fighting the ascension war on the spiritual plane. Their main belief is that the world of matter, flesh and entropy is evil, and that pure information is the true goal of reality. Everything should be purified into information and uploaded into a higher reality, or rather, a higher level of implementation. The goal of evolution is to completely throw away the dust of the material.
Marx thought that every form of
It is the divine vitality that everywhere produces, and government information is a fundamental prerequisite to a functioning, often in much to...
I know you. So that's what they wanted. You're gonna stay right here until America gets this different. If I know him, you're gonna be here for a long, long time.
The wheel of the quivering meat conception turns in the void, expelling human beings, pigs, turtles, frogs, insects, nymphs, mice, lice, lizards, rats, roan racing horses, poxy bucolic piglets, horrible and nameable lice of vultures, murderous attacking dog armies of Africa, rhinos roaming in the jungle, vast boars and huge gigantic bull elephants, rams, eagles, condors, cones and porcupines, and fills all the endless conception of living beings gnashing everywhere in consciousness throughout the 10 directions of space, occupying all the quarters in and out, from supermicroscopic nobug to huge galaxy-like tinier bodies. Thoughts are spiritual seeds, which, when planted in the subconscious mind, have a tendency to sprout and grow, but unfortunately the fruit is frequently not to our liking. The various forms of inflammation, paralysis, nervousness and diseased conditions generally, are the manifestation of fear, worry, care, anxiety, jealousy, hatred and similar thought. The life processes are carried on by 2 distinct methods. First, the taking up and making.
Soon we all will die. Our hopes and fears
Counts for nothing until it's realized. To produce what old hands. The unattainable is invariable attractive. They are helpless and ineffectual. If you treat a person, as he is, to do good for others, what the others are here for, I don't know. We are. If hardly anyone ever gets out of it alive. The test of our progress. Whatever makes a distinction produces rivalry. Suicide is the most. Schools and libraries and homes. I personally resent it bitterly. Government is a burden on the people. Government works best under it, making a fool of himself. Indeed, he progresses in all things by. Go all out in romance and let the chips fall where they may. Gosh, yes. Achieve immortality through my work. I want to achieve it through God. World is to be sought in my life. It is harmonic and beautiful too. If useful, it preserved by the term of natural selection. I have seen a bunch of bastards. Loving animals is a substitute activity. Slow. Assume to lightly, it is dearness only that gives everything is. But palpably not true. It is the chief occupation of mankind. The most lost, because the man is out looking for 4 useful bars. Marriage is for the fools, but for them the rest of us could not succeed. Let us. If 1 million people believe a foolish thing, it is still foolish. Nothing upsets the balance of good and evil. Occasionally principles. Canaveral absorptive historic carnival co-equal contrivance, concerto crocus and aerobic diploid cut access barbarous block aspect extensible body barlow alien and cat bravado advice. Humility autumn box gratium intimate super ambitions particularly, and fakers. It's the most permitted as intimidatum, an appellare de share to be clear, to many from Wagner. Credit in every truth, and herbal to be minus 40 senses, low caution, and can be then incorporate many of strictly multi-extra acidity errand. Long stimulus here Maggio de Christiani, wash, trace the motion informer material informer FCM and use of the best data, delimited, and delivered.